Do you want to improve at Minecraft PvP? Is this not even the first video that you watch on this topic? Well, look no further, because today I have the solution for you. In this video I'll be covering how to start and lock combos, the most important settings, which client you should use, texture packs, clicking methods and so much more. Welcome to the ultimate PvP guide. Epic news, I'll be giving away free Labby mod cosmetics, for example like my crown or like my MLG glasses. Or you can even get my chicken cape. So somewhere in this video I'll show you how to join, but now enjoy. The three most important settings in-game. The first one I would say would be the FOV. So if you go to options, you can change the FOV right here. I used to play a lot on Quake Pro. Some people told me that it's easier to aim on lower FOVs, which makes sense. But in Quake Pro you also see a lot more. Some people say you get like the eyes start hurting or something, but that never happened to me. So yeah, that's Quake Pro. I wouldn't recommend 30. 30 is just bad. It's like Optifine zoom, you can't see anything. So I would recommend anything from normal. Normal is actually pretty good, I would say, up to, I don't know, 100 or something. I at the moment play on 95 because I really like this. It's kind of a bit like Quake Pro and not normal, and so that's the FOV. Next thing is the sensitivity. If you go to options, controls, then over here you can see the sensitivity. It also depends on your mouse's DPI. Basically what DPI is, it's how far your cursor travels when you move your mouse. So in some mouse software you can actually change the DPI, so you should play around with that. And the sensitivity is also when you move your mouse around in-game. And so you just have to play with it. I currently have it on 108 because my normal DPI is good for the inventory, but not for moving around. Next thing, and the most important thing in my opinion, is hotkeys. I know, if you already saw a few other videos of mine, you're probably pretty annoyed by hotkeys, but I can just tell you again, set hotkeys, please, and practice them, use them. It's really useful. So go to options, controls, and over here you have the hotkeys. I'll just reset them all so you can see which ones I use, but mine are pretty weird. Alright, so for hotbar slot 1 I have J and 2 is K. Those are two buttons on my mouse. 3 and 4 I can reach those easily. 5, I don't know, hard to reach for me, so I'll put that on X. 6, also hard to reach on F. 7, V. 8 on 2, 9 on 1. I know, it's weird. I started off with only J and K set, so that's why 1 and 2 is now 9 and 8. I don't know. You have to set your own hotkeys. It's really important for other game modes. To get better at PvP in any game mode, you firstly have to understand how reach works. Here's Professor Technoblade explaining you something.
Bam! I've knocked him onto the ledge. This is huge. The reach you can hit people from begins at the player's eyes, so when Dream is a block higher than me, it's much easier for me to hit his feet than for him to hit my head because the base of a right triangle is shorter than the hypotenuse. Stay in school, kids. It makes you better at PvP. Now
that you've got that, here comes the difficult part. Well, it's easy to understand if you just get it explained. Alright, so if you're sprinting and your enemy is getting knocked back, like Pika is right now, I have a longer range than Pika does. So just keep that in mind for now. The first time you sprint at someone and hit him, they get knocked back a whole lot. So from around here till around here. And now, let's just count 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 blocks. I'll do this again, not reset my sprint, and just hit him again, alright? So 1, 2 hits. There we go. This time it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I reset my sprint, meaning I let go of the W key and start sprinting again. Right, so let's do that. 1, 2. In the top left you can also see my keystrokes to see what I'm clicking. And now it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. So he got a lot knockback. Alright, so you always have to reset your sprint to give more knockback. Now there are different strategies to do this. So the first one would be W tapping. Just look at the keystrokes and then you'll see what I'm doing. Basically I hold control the whole time to keep sprinting. You can also activate like toggle sprint or something. Right, so the first one, W tapping, it goes like this. You always just get release your W key and press it again. That's how sprint setting with W tapping works. The next technique would be S tapping. It's basically the same thing, but you just press S instead of letting go of W. So look in the top left and you can see how I'm doing this. Let's try that on Pika. So I'll start sprinting. Wait, I'm not really good at S tapping. I don't like it, to be honest. I'll just try. There we go. After every hit, you have to just reset your sprint, and you give him a lot more knockback. And here comes the last part of resetting your sprint. There are surely more techniques of doing that, but those are like the three main ones. And the next one is block hitting. So with this one, you don't do this. You don't click it at the same time. But you first, well, you always have to be sprinting. You first hit him, right click, hit, right click, kick, right click, and if you do that fast enough, then that will also reset your sprint. And now I'll show you how to actually start a combo. So when you're sprinting, you have a longer range. Now what can you do to stop your opponent from sprinting? Exactly, you can rod them. There are many different things that you can do. For example, throwing snowballs, eggs, lava, placing blocks, yeah, all that stuff, bows, exactly. And so for rods, you would just do one of those, and then hit him afterwards when he's like running at me. Run at me. See, like that. That would be interrupting his sprint with the rod. Then just do that again. Wait, there we go. This is how you can do it with the block. You just place it right in front of him. I haven't done this in quite a while actually, because I usually use the rod instead. But that's another way. Alright, so you started a combo and now you want to keep it. How do you keep the combo? Well, you have to do it so that your opponent can't hit you. One way of doing that would be A and D strafing. You can, like, there are different kinds of strafing. Let's just say this is Pika, and I have him in a combo. I don't want him to aim at me, so I have to move around him. Either you press A and D, and you run around him like this and just hit him the whole time, or you run only in a circle, but this is very predictable, because he will then know, oh yeah, he's right here right now, so he'll be running in that direction. As soon as he hits you, the combo's over. So let's just try that in a real example. So let's just start. I stopped his sprint, and now I have to press A and D to keep him out of the combo. Another thing that you maybe noticed was that I sometimes pressed S. That's to keep the distance between you and Pika, because let's just say I have a range of 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. I can reach this far, and Pika, while he gets knocked back, has a range of 2. I don't know how to show this actually, but he has less range than I do. So if I come too close at him, he will still be able to hit me, even though he's getting knocked back. So always keep your distance from your opponent. Now what you have to do is just practice. Practice a whole lot. Aim is the most important. After that is knockback and all that stuff. I wish you all the best. But now also one thing that I don't know where to fit in, because you need this in kind of every game mode. In Skywars, when you want to jump from one to the other island, but it's too far away to jump over. Or in Bedwars, if, I don't know, let's just say there was a bridge up here, and you want to go up there without stacking up like this. So one thing that you can do is place a block in front of you, while sprinting obviously, then go onto that block, place 2 blocks, and then go up there. It's just super useful for skipping gaps and all that stuff. So what you just do, let's just show, it's just you do this, boop boop. Oh frick, I messed that up. Oh no. Let me do that again. 1, 1, 2, and you're up there. Alright, and now the bridging methods. Alright, so let's come to my personal favorite, which is butterfly clicking. For this you basically need to tap with those 2 fingers. So that's the pointer finger and the middle finger. You support your mouse with your thumb and your pinky on the both sides, so you can move the mouse around. It's pretty accurate. I like it a lot. And you click with your middle finger, let go, then your pointer finger, and then you do this just after each other. Like sometimes I have the problem that I have to like pick up my pinky finger, but even then I can still move around the mouse pretty freely. So yeah, you just click with those 2, and if your mouse can double click, you'll have to find the spot, because for me, if I click like exactly here, it sometimes it sometimes double clicks, but not always. So you'll have to test that out if your mouse can double click or not. The next thing would be drag clicking. So for that you need to. It's kind of hard to explain, but when you like put your thumb like this, and go over your table, it should do like a sound like that, and that's what you do with your fingers on the mouse. So basically you just, I don't know, you just hover over it, don't really put a lot of pressure on it, but just go slowly over it and it will make a sound like this. Let me just show you in the mic. Alright, and then the last clicking method that is used a lot is jitter clicking. You basically tense your underarm so that your hand is shaking. I don't really like it, to be honest. I don't know, I always feel like you can't really control where you're clicking that much. You might have to watch a different video on that, because I'm sorry, I'm just not good at jitter clicking. But it should look something like that. I don't know, not my favorite. Now that you know how to click, let's get started with bridging methods. So the first and easiest one would be fast bridging. Well, it's not the easiest one, but you know, it's the most used. Don't even start doing this thing, like backwards fast bridging. That's not fast. It's I don't know, just don't do it. But what you definitely should learn, and it's super easy too, you just have to practice a bit, is sideways fast bridging. So it looks like this. Oh, freaking. Okay, no. Yeah, it looks like this. And you basically just always unshift and shift again and place a block. To start, you should go to a block, press S and D, or A and D if you wanna do it this way, and just aim at the block. And if you miss aim, you will like walk around at the sides. So don't do that. Just try to find the point where you can look at it and not move around. So like here. A custom crosshair could be useful for this. I learned it without one, but I just put one on so you see what I mean. And so like this, you could aim, then click the block, unsneak, walk to the edge, sneak again, and then boop, boop. I hope you see what I'm doing here. And then if you like practice it enough, you'll get faster and faster. I personally am not that fast at fast bridging, I'll be honest. My fast bridging is pretty slow. But if you want to, you can also try it with butterfly clicking. I don't know, it's weird, but it works. Also with drag clicking and all that stuff. With drag clicking, you also sometimes could do like double blocks shift, something like that. I don't know, just play around with it and do what you want to. Next thing is 3-stack. It's a really common method in like German Bedwars, I would say. So basically you build 3 blocks, go 1 up, 3, 1 up, 3, 1 up. And when I go 1 up, I usually just butterfly click, but it also works 1 click, as you can see right here. And then you're just like higher than your opponents, and that's always good. Speaking of getting higher, next is 1-stack. You can do the normal 1-stack. It actually works. It's not that slow.
Can we get much higher? So high.
Oh, rip. But if you want to be faster, you can do it like this. Like you can go up while sneaking, unsneak, go to the edge, sneak again, something like that. I don't really know how to explain it, you'll have to test it out. It's pretty easy if you just try it out. Next is moonwalk or breezily. I'm not quite sure which one is which. So basically what you have to do for either of those, I'll just say for breezily, you have to aim like this, so that when you press S, you kind of slide off a bit. Then you place the block, press D, and always just adjust, I would say. So it would look like this, but without shifting. Some people even are able to do it 1 click. I'm not. But what it could look like, let's see if I can actually do it now. You aim at this and then always press D. So it could look something like that. I'll just try that again. See, that was a pretty clean Breezily Bridge. Next is Godbridge. Godbridge is freaking hard, I have to tell you. And my mouse is not that good at drag clicking. But yeah, what you have to do is, again, like on fast bridging, you have to kind of look like this, but also you can press F3 and see that you're aiming at -135. Wait, I got it around there, and 75 as well, but I can't really change that too well. I don't know, usually do it with Optifine. So something around that, and then you just start drag clicking, and every 8 blocks, I'm pretty sure it was every 8 blocks, you just jump once, and that's how Godbridge works. There's really not much to it, you just need a mouse that is able to drag click, or you do it with butterfly clicking, but I don't know, that usually doesn't work. Yeah, not really. Ooh, that wasn't even that bad for me. Not a clean Godbridge, but that's how it works. And it's Bedwars Strat time, so let's start with the first rush. Okay, so I think on this map for the first rush you need 24 blocks. I'm not quite sure, but I'll just get those. Wait, how many? Okay, I think. Wait, I'm a bit lost here. I'm a bit lost right now. So just get blocks. I have enough now. I waited a bit longer than I should have. But just start bridging to the middle. On this map you go to the diamond gen. On some maps you go directly to the neighbor. So you just have to, I don't know, pay attention to where other people are bridging. So one thing that you should keep in mind is that when you are above your opponent, that's usually better. So he's currently going to my bed because I fell down, which is not that good. But since I bridged a bit up while going up to the middle, he took some time to get here. Protecting the bed is always a good idea. I don't really like doing it because, I don't know, I just have it as a rule that I don't do that. But anyways, when you've killed them, you can just go there again. By the way, diamonds are also really good. I usually get them after the first rush. So with 4 diamonds, you would get sharpness. With 3, you would get prot and a trap. Depends on how early you are. This guy has a knockback stick, by the way. Alright, so when you're fighting someone, just focus on breaking the bed. Because, well, yeah, that's the most important thing. Alright, I also got some pumpkins, which is quite nice. After your first rush, as mentioned, get the diamonds. Alright, I have 4 diamonds, so I'll get sharpness. I also have 16 gold now, which means iron armor. I don't recommend getting iron swords because they disappear after you die. Also, you can get some tools if you want to. Always useful. And then it's your decision if you want to protect your bed. I don't, because I think it's boring, but if you really want to win the game, it's usually a good decision. So I'm just gonna get some gaps, and I'm now gonna attack some neighbors. You should always keep an eye on how many neighbors are still in the game. So over here we have green, who is still in the game, and they got blue's bed. So they don't have anything to do, but their blocks led over to red over there. And they just got red's bed, so red will now also be out of the game. Also look at their final kills, so green will definitely be a very strong opponent. So I'll just try to get his bed while he doesn't notice. I don't know if that will work, but that's my strat here. Alright, and I got his bed, so he is kind of like out of the game. Not really, but you know, if he dies then he is. Always take some diamonds with you, and then the middle part of the game will just go on. So pink is way far over there and I have no idea where green is. Oh, green just got pink. Alright, so it's green versus me. I guess this is kind of like the end game part already, since he doesn't have a bed. So in the end game part it's always good to get some emeralds. Obviously it's only recommendations, you don't have to do this, but emeralds will be really, really useful. Also, no one likes people who get obby, so don't get obby. But it is a pretty good strat. If you really wanna win, then you can do that. Right, so over there is green, he's currently going for me. I'll just go back, get prot 2 and some stuff from the emeralds. Stuff what you can get from the emeralds would be diamond armor, that's really good, and also a pearl or jump pots. Don't get speed pots, get jump pots instead. Frick, I didn't pay attention, this is bad. Oh no, this is actually really, really bad. Wait, 1 second. I just had to get out of there because I would have been dead 100%. That was a real waste of emeralds. I didn't really expect him to go that far, to go that fast. Sorry, not far. There we go. I fireballed him off. GG. Next part, Skywars. I'm here on Jartex right now because I don't want to play in Hypixel. I don't know, the combination of ping and actually good players is not a nice thing. So when you join in Skywars, just get the first chest in your base. If you play a lot, then you'll know what stuff is and what stuff is like actually good. One thing to keep in mind is that diamond is always better than iron armor, even if it has like prot 4. So always get your diamond armor instead. I think that the same thing goes for swords, but for swords you can just hover over it and see how much attack damage it does. Protection is always pretty useful, so check out that, because my diamond leggings has protection of 3, for example. That's a bit better. Snowballs, eggs, really good for knocking people off and getting free kills. But you don't have to use them, obviously. In Skywars, it's also really important what I said about setting hotkeys and stuff, because you will have to act really quickly. For example, that lava bucket over there, I wouldn't have been able to place that. Okay, it wasn't a perfect placement or anything, but with hotkeys it's just super much easier. Alright, and also like switching from blocks to sword, it's just really good with hotkeys. Also keep in mind what I said earlier about this double block jumping, like this thing, where you can jump over gaps. That's really useful in Skywars, and also how to slow your opponent down, because that's what I'm gonna do right here. Snowball, he got knocked back, I got a hit afterwards. Just do that the whole time. It's pretty annoying, and it works. So that's good. I tried to knock him off there, but that sadly didn't work. Sometimes you have to gap, so keep an eye for your health. Knock that guy down. Don't jump at your opponents or you'll take more knockback. Oh frick, I did the same thing. GG. Yeah, so what I wanted to say is, after you got your own chest, go to the middle and loot the other chests if you're the first person. If not, just kill people, and when you don't have to kill people, just loot chests and get equipped. Next up, practice servers. Where can you practice? I don't know any cracked servers. I searched a lot. Please comment some down below for the cracked people on here. So check the comments for cracked servers. But I'm gonna be showing the premium ones. Firstly, bedwarspractice.club. In the bridging practice you can practice bridging. For example, yeah, I don't know, it doesn't matter. You can practice bridging here. It's kind of like the same thing as on Hypixel, but with less lag, I guess. Then we also have technique practice, which is pretty cool. For example, wall block clutch. On here you have to like try to get your best time. So you have to run over, place blocks at the iron blocks, and it just helps your block placement and getting clutches and stuff. I'm not that good at it because I didn't practice in quite a while. We also have jump around, which is basically like practicing neos. I don't know, I don't like neos, but on here you can practice it if you want to. But that actually wasn't that bad. So that's Bedwars practice. Next thing, mineman. There's different IPs, eu.minemanner.club. There's also NA, AS, and SA. Since I'm from Germany, I joined EU. And in here you can practice different kinds of kits. So let me just queue for build UHC. There we go, that's my build UHC kit. And the upside to this server is, well, you can actually play good people. Usually I'm better, well, no, not better. Usually I'm worse than the people on here, what I wanted to say. But that's not even a bad thing, because I don't really get demotivated by it. If you do, then go onto Jartex or something. But you just have good people to practice against, which I think is a pretty good thing. Yeah, I'm absolutely getting destroyed here. We also have Skywars practice with the Skywars kit. There's all sorts of kits, also sumo and all that stuff. So here you can practice kits. Next practice server, I don't like saying this, Hypixel. Yeah, Hypixel is a pretty good practice server for people who don't have like those insane ping issues like I do. Over here at Duels, you can fight people in Skywars, Parkour, Classic, OP duels, combo duels, no debuff. Wait, there's combo duels now? Okay, that's kind of cool. And all that stuff, even boxing. Let's go into boxing. Let's just try that out. It is the elo based, like skill based matchmaking. So you never have like a real disadvantage. It's my first time playing, so I'm not playing against an absolute pro. Actually, that's a VMP plus. Never mind. I take all of that back. But yeah, over here you can also practice stuff. That guy was a noob. Alright, GG. The next thing I want to talk about is texture packs. There are texture packs that increase your FPS. Some of them just look good and are useful. The few things that you should look at when getting texture packs is the fire tick. Because, wait, let me just go into a queue real quick. I'll win this one on purpose. But if you're in lava, you'll have this lava effect around you, this fire one. And if it's a bad texture pack, then you won't be able to see anything because of that. So keep that in mind. Also, like a clean UI would be really good. So if you're opening your inventory, you can see when people are walking at you. These are my texture packs at the moment. Fairy is really good by Manhole, Huhnicorn, Bedless Noob. And all of those, I even made a whole video about it. You can also get my texture pack, it'll be in the description. There's a lot to choose from. And here's how to join the giveaway. Step 1, join our Discord server, the link's in the description and probably also in the pinned comment. Step 2, find the giveaway message and react with a certain emoji. You will probably be in a giveaways channel or in the announcement channel. Step 3, comment your Discord username and tag. A random person will be chosen and I'll DM them on Discord. Good luck! The next thing I want to address is Minecraft clients. There are so many that I can't even list them all, but here are my 4 favorites. Number 1, Luna, and the rest 3 like share places. It's Badlion, LabyMod and Chicken Client. Chicken Client isn't really a client, but rather a mod pack, but it's a really good mod pack. You can check out the video in the top right now. I think LabyMod is the best for Bedwars and also for tryhard PvP, I would say. I don't use it because it crashed my PC many times, but usually that doesn't happen. Badline has the best cosmetics in my opinion at least. I don't know, I think it's good for challenges and for the newer versions. Also it has replay mode. LabyMod is really good because you can customize your things and you can like add own mods. Also there's this add-ons tab where you can like browse all of the trending mods. For example, Laby TikTok. This is really useful because I'm a pro TikToker. Yeah, there are many mods. Whatever client you choose, just check out the possibilities. On Luna, I would recommend adding the TNT timer and all of the Bedwars things. On Badline, kind of the same thing. And on LabyMod, you just have to see. And that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see how to get better FPS, check out the video on the screen right now. It's really useful, I would say. I went from 150 to 600 FPS. Please leave a like and subscribe if this helped you, and also comment some other things that you want to share with your community. Have a nice day and I'll see you.